tonight, you guys, I'm so excited. We've got a great turnout on this webinar. Oh my goodness, I love it. And I got a few tips off of the BDP social media page on Facebook. And, they said, George had posted out something like, what do you guys want to hear about this week? And I was so glad that somebody put how to rank advance your team. And I thought, gosh, this is a subject that, even I could improve upon. And I say that humbly because I really do believe that this is something we can always be improving upon, is how to be, a better leader, essentially. And so that's kind of what I had put out here. Let me just play this real quick for you. Leadership. Rank advancing in your team does take leadership, and leaders motivate their team weekly, and I would really say by using tools and by using kindness, by really finding out what it is that they want and using that as a tool to help them achieve greater heights in their business. I think also leaders know what's next. Okay, they know by knowing their presentation, their numbers. They're continuously sharing how to go from being an associate to a consultant to a manager to a director to an executive. And here are some leaders that I'm sure you guys are really familiar with. And I didn't put George's picture on there for a reason, because I was like, there's so many other people besides George Ruiz telling us that the pace of the leader is the pace of the pack. And if you want more duplication in your business, then you need to personally be duplicating. If you want people rank advancing to consultant and beyond, then you need to be you need to be consultant. You need to go from consultant and then say, okay, now I'm going to make the decision to go for more than 2, to repeat the process, to duplicate this process. And here we have Hillary Courtney up here, earns over $100,000 per month. Dave MacArthur, one of our newest millionaires, lives down in St. George, Utah. Absolutely fabulous. Just has his system down. He just duplicates. Lynn Hagedorn, we all know that. I mean, if you've ever listened to any of Lynn Hagedorn's podcasts, you know that she's duplicating in her business, and it's because of her pace. We have at the top here, I put the Prosper magazine because, since I've been in Isagenix a while now. And the one thing I always hear Eric Hoover and Kathy and Jim saying is this pace of the leader, pace of the pack. Jimmy Smith, same thing. Leanne Jackson. I did coaching with Leanne Jackson, the Clinton's cowgirl, for I think it was like 6 months or something. And every single morning that was just engraved into my head, right? The pace of the leader, the pace of the pack. What are you doing right now? Because you can't wish for something you're not doing, right? So as we move forward, I want to ask you a couple questions that I asked myself, and they were, what are your building standards? And this is kind of funny because that naturally just like came out of my head, what are your building standards? But there's codes, right? When you're building buildings, there's like specific things that you do. You have a set of standards that you follow. It's like your blueprints, And this is the same thing that we have here in Isagenix. And so I want to go over some things that kind of don't always work, that I catch even myself in the past. I really caught myself doing this. But ask yourself, do you usually wait to tell your friends and family about what you're doing until they see results from the product? I mean, was that on your head when you first got started? Be honest with yourself. Were you like, well, I'm just going to see how this 30-day kit goes, and if I get what I want, then I'll be willing to share. Well, isn't that a little selfish? I mean, because you really could be cleansing with 2 other people. You could have rank advanced to consultant and shared this with 2 other people and said, hey, I don't know how this is going to go. All I know is I am way into it and I want to see if this works. I mean, test it out together, but really, I mean, share it before. Do you wait to make your contact list each week? It's funny because, I go onto Facebook and it's like contact after contact after contact, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so overwhelmed. I have so many people to follow up with. What a great problem to have. It's not even a problem, it just is, right? But that's where my business is at. How many of you guys are really making your contact list each week? How many of you guys, when a name pops into your head, do you write it down? There's a reason that's happening, right? Do you wait to watch the training videos and print out the forms like the memory jogger? And are you filling them out? When's the last time you filled out a memory jogger? And so I ask these questions because I think it's really important that you see where you're at. How are you running your business right now? How are you How are you building? What's on your mind as you go through this? Do you think it's okay for people to wait and to see how the product works? And do you wait for them to do that, or do you move on? So now we're going to go into the next one. Here's what I would tell you. Do know how to separate your product users from your business builders and keep momentum going. Okay? If somebody says that to you, even if you haven't said that to them, they say to you, hey, I'm going to wait to see how this goes, to see how it's going. The next thing that's on my mind is next. Who's next? It doesn't mean they won't come around, but you don't wait. Okay? Do encourage consultant status in 48 hours or better. I want you to think about this. Not everyone hits consultant status in 48 hours, but how many of you were told that you could? So the thing is, you know, I mean, and I know George talks about this too. He was a consultant like in an hour. I mean, he called two people up. Alex Koken was one of them, and said, "Hey, we're gonna do this new thing. I found something where you and I can earn a fortune. You know, give me your credit card." I mean, that's how quick he did it. I guess it's all about what's going on up in your head, right? Can I really become consultant in 48 hours or better? Can I lead people to consultant in 48 hours? Yes. Yes. This is what people are teaching. Do guide your leadership using the tools each week. And we're going to dig into that in a minute. But some of you guys go, gosh, if I get them to consultant, what's next, right? So we're going to dig into that a little bit as well. I hope you guys are excited about this topic. I mean, I know I am. So, but that's because it's so important. It's kind of crucial, you know, to our business. So let's talk about business builders. What do business builders do? How are you going to separate your product users from your business builders? I'll tell you one thing. They immediately get through at least the first 3 steps on isagenixbusiness.com. And those 3 steps really contain, you know, the memory jogger, creating a contact list, and setting up appointments. Your business builders get back to you with their list promptly, and they're eager to get going. And I love that. I say that. I know that with like just my, like I totally believe this, okay? If somebody brand new gets started and doesn't call me back within like the first 24 hours, I'm like, what are they waiting for? They need some guidance. They need some assistance. I just enrolled them. They said they want to make money. How come they're not calling me back, right? As a leader, you should know to get on the phone and check in, right? Check the pulse, see what's going on, because they said they were really excited, right? So they become consultant in 48 hours, and they duplicate that. You know, you got to become if you're not a consultant right away, that's the challenge for tonight. I mean, it's just go consultant, right? In 48 hours. Challenge yourself. See if you can do it. Get on the phone. We're going to talk about how to do that, okay? And then they duplicate, which means that they help create the people that they enrolled, they help them become consultant in 48 hours or less, okay? And this is what duplication keeps momentum and your leaders advancing. How many of you guys sometimes sit back and you're like, gosh, I wish I could make more money faster, right? Well, the good news is that, you know, if you're in this business, you're an entrepreneur, and you know that you're the one who makes this go faster, okay? So pick up the pace. Maybe try to start talking to people about becoming consultant in 48 hours if you haven't been. All right, so let's talk about advancing to consultant, and what does this kind of take? The first step, honestly, you guys, you need to immediately connect using the phone with their top 10 people that they know would be interested. Immediately, okay? And that's the urgency word right there. Immediately connect with them. If you only have 48 hours, how many calls do you think how much time do you think it's going to take you to connect with at least 10 people that they know? An hour? 2 hours, right? It doesn't take that much. It just takes doing it, okay? This is an action step. All right, the next thing you're going to do, okay, is you're going to send them to a tool, right? A video or something after sharing your story, you know, and tell them what you're excited about. Have your new person on the phone. This is a 3-way call. Have your new person you just enrolled on the phone with somebody that they know, sharing what they're excited about already. If they've enrolled with the package, they're excited. Okay, there's a reason why they're doing this, all right? And you've got to get them to start sharing that immediately. So don't, you know, a lot of people you'll say, well, why don't we just get on Facebook and message a couple of your friends a video and see if anyone messages us back? How much urgency is there in that? There's not a lot, right? So this is where the leadership part comes in. What you're going to say is, no, pull out your phone, right? Who do you know who's excited right now? How can we get your money back right now? How can we get your kit paid for? Okay? Who do you know that needs to lose weight? Who do you know that is an athlete? You know, who do you know that wants to age healthily? Healthily, is that a word? Probably not, but who do you know wants to have healthy aging in their life? Get on the phone and just start sharing what you're excited about. Listen, I found this great company, these fabulous products. I'm so excited to try them, but more than that, I'm excited that they have a way to make my money back on my product right now, and I wanted to share this with you. Can I send you a video about what I'm doing? I probably went through that too fast. That's the way I do things, fast. Okay, but so you want to say something to that extent, all right, and then send them the tool. Get them excited and then send them the tool. Now you have a reason to follow up. You've already told them why you're excited. You've told them your vision for where this is going. You've sent them a tool, and you've set up a time to follow up with them. So you're like, immediate follow-up is the key. So if you're like, hey, do you have a minute right now where you buy a computer? And they'll be like, yeah, okay, I'm going to send this video over to you. Can you watch it? It'll only take 6 minutes, and I'll call you back in 10. Okay, you know, do that. I mean, right away, like, do that. If they say, you know, I really would prefer you call me tomorrow, okay, great. Just tell them, just say, look, I've got 48 hours to do this, and I'm so excited about making my money back. Be honest with people. Tell them why you're doing things, okay? Tell them why you're excited, not in a pushy way, in a motivating way, okay? And I know none of you are pushy on this call, on this webinar. So when you get on that follow-up call, do you still have your leader with you if you're brand new? I would say most likely, okay? Because this is the part that I think would scare you the most, right? This is the part that literally scared the crap out of me, was the follow-up call. I would call people and tell them what I'm doing, and I'd get excited, and I'd say, this is what's going on, but I wouldn't dare to call them back because I'm like, what do I say now? How do I don't even know what questions to ask to get them enrolled. What do I do? Okay? If you're a brand new person, you don't do this part alone. All right, you have your leader or somebody you trust on the phone with you, okay? And you get on the phone together, and usually I'll tee up my best friend or somebody or whoever I've called, and I'll say, I'm going to call you back with my business partner on the phone because she's going to be able to answer your questions better than I'm going to be able to, you know, or he, whatever, okay? But so I call him back, I'm like, hey, Brooke, this is Adrianne. I'm calling you back with my friend Mark on the phone. And Mark knows so much about this. I know you probably have some questions. What did you like about the video? Right? And if you need to know how to do a proper follow-up call, like what questions to specifically ask, I don't have time to go into the whole conversation tonight, but there are several webinars in the archive section on the How to Get Going site that talk about how to do follow-up, okay, and what questions to ask. And even there's scripts for follow-up, okay, on the site. That's the one thing How to Get Going is not lacking, is tools and information, okay? So you know, and same thing on the isagenixbusiness.com. If that's what you're following, you know, you need to go in there and follow the follow-up sequence. What questions do I ask? How do I take an order? All of that's on there, okay? So you're going to do an immediate follow-up. The fortune is in the follow-up, and if you want to hit consultant fast, you want your people hitting consultant fast, you need to be on the phone with them doing these follow-up calls, okay? So what's cool about this is you're really teaching people how to duplicate and duplicate fast, all right? You're teaching them how to immediately connect, immediately share information, their story, and send a tool. You're teaching them how to do this even on their own, get excited and share what they're excited about, and setting an appointment. You're teaching them to set an appointment, you guys, and to get you on the phone with their people, okay? And that's the most exciting part about this. I love that. That's all we do, right? I mean, the whole business is around this one page right here. So I wrote this, yes, all of this in 48 hours, and you can do it, okay? You can do it, and your people can do it. And that's how we're going to pick up the pace these next couple months before celebration. How many of you guys want to go to celebration a rank above where you're at right now? Think about it. This is how you can do that, okay? Create consultants. All right, so here's how much money you can make. And I did this slide, I brought this slide up for this reason because you can find this on your own website in your back office. And I'll talk a little bit more about how I write it out for people later, which I'm sure I've alluded to in the past, but we're going to go through it again because it's important. So we have ways just through rank advancing how you can earn over $10,000 like right away. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is this consultant advancement bonus is only $50. Okay, and I say only because it looks so small compared to everything else. But who else is paying you $50 right now to refer our business, to refer anything? We are. Okay, stick with it. All right, the next step is you're going to help get, you're going to become a consultant maker, and you're going to encourage consultants being created, and therefore your rank advance to this Crystal Manager bonus of $250. Now this has to be done in the first 30 days. Okay, Crystal Manager bonus is your brand new person has got to do this in their first 30 days. So does it behoove you to connect with their people on the phone, like within the first 48 hours? Because do you think if you set that tone that you'd continue? I think so. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to go into this Crystal Director $750 bonus. How many of you guys could use $750 right now? That's a lot of money. I mean, that's a chunk of cash. I'm not kidding. That's a lot of money right there. If you're not director yet, you need to find out how to get there, right? That's 6 consultants that you've created, 6 people you've personally enrolled, and you've helped them become consultant. Okay? And how about this Crystal Executive? We've always had this. I absolutely love it. $1,000 bonus for teaching 10 people how to just get to 5 down your left sales team and 5 down your right sales team. Okay? But I mean, this is really neat, okay? Because as you continue to grow, I mean, I'll tell you that when I finally plugged in and I was in Isagenix for 18 months, I was only a consultant for 18 months, okay? And once I went beyond, and by the way, we didn't even have manager or director bonus then, so that wasn't even a stepping stone for me, okay? But when I decided to kick it in high gear, okay, when I needed all that, I needed exactly $6,000 actually, okay? And including my cycles and everything, I went from consultant to 2-star golden circle because I had never gone off auto ship in 18 months. Okay, so if I, and trust me, and you guys know, a lot of you guys know me on here, I'm seeing that you know me, okay? I am not that smart. Okay, I'm not trying to dumb myself down or anything, but I mean, I'm not kidding. I don't even know how I did it. People, that's why sometimes you get in this business, and if you're brand new and you've enrolled somebody and you're just a rock star and you're going for it, and people are like, how did you do that? And you're like, I don't know. It's so true. Okay, you're like, I don't know. The only thing I did was create consultants. That was it. I kept going and I created consultant, and I got all of my bonuses, got more than my $6,000 that I needed in those 4 weeks. You guys can do this, and you're going to make more money than I did. What was that? 3.5 years ago. Okay, almost 4 years ago. Yeah, in August. Okay, so you can do this. I just wanted to remind you of how much money is sitting on the table waiting for you guys. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to guide your leaders. Okay. So each week, I want you guys looking in your back office that you're personally enrolled, okay? I want you to keep track of what they're doing. You'll know because you'll be rolling up your sleeves and getting in the trenches with them. That's what this takes, okay? And there's nothing more like, there's just, I get so much satisfaction from checking in my back office and seeing who I need to work with. Okay, and I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's just my mindset or whatever it is. I don't look at it as work. I get excited about what they need and how I can serve them. Okay, so you want to get back there and just click on, it'll say click on personally enrolled all. You'll click on that under your team, okay, and you'll look what people are doing. How many people have you enrolled? How many of them are consultant? How many of them are consultant and need to go to manager? How many of them are manager and need to go to director? Are you seeing the pattern here? Director to executive. That's how you know as a leader. You're plugged in, okay? All right, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to motivate them. I usually do this through a call, okay? And it's usually an encouraging call like, oh my gosh, Courtney, we've got to get your 2 people. You enrolled at the President's Pack. Let's make it happen. What can I do right now? Where's your list? Pull it out. Who do we need to follow up with? Okay? It's about a willingness to serve them. So what do they need from you? That's what I want you to ask yourself. But you know, when you're looking in your back office, what does this person need from me? They need me to make calls, 3-way calls with them. Do they just need some excitement and encouragement because they're already amazing? Do they need some correction? Okay, this is a valid point. Do they need some correction? Do they understand? Are they promoting, I mean, are they talking to their new people about becoming consultant in 48 hours or not? Do you need some correction? Okay, simple corrections make big improvements. Okay, so that's why I say that. And when and correction, I don't want you to take that negative. I don't personally take that word negatively, okay? But sometimes we do need to correct and guide. If you don't like the word correction, think guidance, okay? All right, on the knowledge that they have and what they need to know and what they need to be sharing. All right, are you showing them the money? Always be showing the money. Always be reminding them of what's on the table, like I just did, okay? And their why. Always be tapping back into this. Hey, listen, I know that you're a single mom, and I know that you're living in an apartment right now, and I know that life sucks, okay? But you said you were going to do this. So I'm going to hold you to it. One, because I love you, and two, because I know you can make a lot of money here. Sometimes those kind of things need to be shared. Okay? Because what are you getting paid to do? To guide and show them the money. Listen, you're like, Courtney, listen, 2 President's Packs get you half your money back. Okay? $370. Then we're going to help those 2 people, okay, that are on our list get their 2. And what's going to happen to those 2 people? They're going to get their $370, okay, but you're going to get back another $400. Okay? Or 420, something like that. Okay, you get back $820 just by doing that, by going manager. Okay, do you understand why I'm calling you? Because I need to get you that money. I told you I would help you. I'm taking responsibility for you. Okay, so those are the things we need to be talking about as leaders and guiding to rank advancing. Okay, are you and your leaders plugged in? Now, this is so great. Okay, because sometimes we really do think we're plugged in, but we're really checked out. Okay. So what keeps you motivated? What tools are you listening to? Typo. Okay. Are you attending weekly meetings and bringing guests? How many new people are you personally enrolling? And I should have put per month there. How many new people are you personally enrolling? Okay, because it doesn't matter if you've only been in this business for like 4 months or if you've been in this business for like 4 years. You still need to be enrolling new people. Okay, and you know that, like innately, you know that. You know that's how you continually get that residual. All right, so I'm going to talk about this because it's super important. Personal development, and I swear we don't talk enough about this, okay? But because it's so personal, all right? That's why, that's hence the personal development, okay? All right, but I want you to take time every day to learn about your habits, your beliefs, this industry, how you can improve your sales or leadership skills, because you are your most important asset. Nobody can get you going but you. And the truth is, what voice are you listening to every day? Yours. You're the only one that gets your butt out of bed, that gets you to work, that gets you calling, that gets you, calling your leaders and making calls and doing all this. You're the one. I can't be with you every morning, okay? You've got and you wouldn't listen to me anyways. I mean, that's the reality of it, okay? So in your head right now, the person you listen to the most is yourself. You either make it or you break it. It is you, okay? So I need you to keep your leadership skills strong by listening to CDs or podcasts and continue reading, okay, to develop your skills and talents. I don't know about you, but I wake up, I've got like this little morning thing that I do, okay? And I started listening to, I've literally recorded my own goals with my own voice, okay? And I couldn't have heard it from anyone better, all right? But myself, and I do that. I write out these goals in first person. I record them to like classical music in the background. I actually just took a course on this that I'm actually going to be teaching here in Utah. And if you want more information, just message me on Facebook. But this is so important. This is the stuff I can't teach you every day, is how to keep yourself on your game, okay? You have to keep yourself on your game. All right, so 30 minutes a day, that's it. I don't want you spending the whole day on just personal development because it makes you feel good. I want you actually improving yourself by taking action on what you're listening to or reading, okay? Okay, weekly meetings. All right, so I want you to stay in tune with the local teams, okay, by plugging into meetings, okay, all right, you got to enjoy them, all right. So if you go to a meeting and it's like not your cup of tea, like for example, sometimes I go to a meeting where I'm like, oh my gosh, do I need to hear any more about the product? Because there are like links to all the ingredients in the products and everything that product does for me. I wanted my people learning how to advance, right? Make sure you guys go to business minded meetings. Find one in your area, okay? And I want you to invite guests. Don't go alone. Go pick people up if you have to. Don Nooner used to say this. He's one of the millionaires in Isagenix. If you're not familiar with who he is, he's hilarious. He's so funny. But he said, I always tell my team that all the guests that come to the meeting that are from them are usually the ones that they pick up in their car. All right. He's like, all the ones you pick up will be there. Of course, right? So make it kind of fun. Like, hey, listen, I'm going to this thing. I think you might be interested in it. Let me tell you a bit about it. I'll send you a video. But will you come with me? Come with me. Let's do this. Okay? We're a team. That's what this is about. All right? So plug into it. Okay? If you don't have one in your area, create one. Okay? By following the steps on isagenixbusiness.com, it literally teaches you how to create your meeting. Did you know in your back office, under the library tab, there are already pre-done presentations like that you could do? But you know what I would do? I literally would like go to somebody's house or hold it at my own house. I'd buy a $30 connecting cord from my laptop to the TV. Okay? I'd play a video off of YouTube. I literally would. If you're brand new to this and you're like, I don't know what to say or do, this is what you need to be doing. Plug it into your TV, get it all set up, follow the instructions, okay? Invite your people over. Come on over. I'll make a shake for you. Let's do this. This is going to be so fun. This is our weekly meeting. It's every Thursday at 7 o'clock. Let your teammates know, okay? Bring them over there. Bring a guest. Everyone brings a guest. The person that brings the most guests will get, a free box of e-shots or something, whatever, okay? You don't have to do that. I'm just throwing some stuff out there for some ideas, suggestions. Get them all in the room. You've got your TV plugged in. Okay, go to either ice a movie, go play a movie. Play like What's Aging You, okay? And be like, these products are amazing. Tell your story. This is what I love about the products. I couldn't do without them because, and da-da-da. There's so much material on them. People typically start with a 30-day program or something, okay? And then go over to YouTube and click on that Lynn Hagedorn video, and we're going to talk about it in a second, and have her teach them how to rank advance, how to make their money back in the business, how to create income right now, how to pull up that quick cash and get it in your wallet, okay? You don't have to do everything. Don't be a fool. Use a tool, okay? So, but if you stay connected, you'll be connected, right? And I really believe that meeting weekly in person with your team or with another team, okay, if you're brand new and you don't have that support around you, makes this business real for you. How real do you want it to be? Because do you just like sit back and watch everyone else, cash in? Or do you want this to be real for you too? So that's why I say that. Stay connected, be connected. Well, and obviously we have these weekly webinars as well, okay? we're doing something right now. Right now you are connected, okay? And so give yourself a pat on the back. All right, but are you promoting it? Promotion, right? Promoting people to be on this webinar to get trained. Okay, enrolling. You are a real leader, so you must be continuously enrolling new people into your business, all right? And I would say for me and for my team, at least 2 to 3 people a month or better. I know you can do more, but I don't care where you at, how long you've been in this, at least 2 to 3 people a month or better, all right? Don't wait for product users to develop into business builders. Keep going, okay, until you find the ones that do the steps and are excited and hungry for what you have. Keep sharing the opportunity, and as you do, you will stay so fired up that these new leaders will come daily, or names will just pop into your mind and you call them, okay? Yeah, I mean, that's it. I mean, this is the name of the game. You don't stop the pace. You don't slow down. You just keep going. Okay? Don't wait for product users to develop into business builders. Keep going. As a result of your leadership, it's a given that product users are going to become business builders if you're staying connected with them. Okay? That's just a given. Not everyone does it right away, and that's okay. But it doesn't mean that you slow your pace to match theirs. You set the pace and you keep going, okay? And that's it's so key. I mean, set goals for yourself like that. I'm going to enroll at least 2 to 3 people a month or better. Write those things down. Put them on a mirror, put them on in your journal, put them somewhere where you see them, because guess what? Numbers matter. You can't just sit back and say, oh, I hope someday, maybe. No, it takes work. Network marketing, enrolling. It takes enrolling people. So 2 to 3 people a month, you guys, or better. All right, rank advancing. This is how it works. By creating consultants, you will develop managers. Okay, by continuing to create consultants, your managers will turn into directors. By continuing to create consultants, your directors turn into executives. By continuing to create consultants, executives turn into big time leaders worth lots of money. Okay, to you and to themselves. Know your ACMDE presentation, okay, like the back of your hand. And this is what I mean by that. If you don't know it right away and you invite people over, okay, I mean, really? Come on. And if you don't know it right away, then I told you, you need to put the YouTube video on so that you're learning with the people that you invite over to your house. Okay, so watch it on YouTube, the New Year Kickoff Lynn Hagedorn, the 19-minute version. It's on YouTube. Just put in Lynn Hagedorn, write her name down if you don't have it, okay? Put it in and start using it as a tool. I mean, there are networkers that I've been connecting with on Facebook that's all I send them. They're like, oh, well, this is how we make money. And I literally, how do you make money in your business? And then they go into this huge dramatic thing about how they make money. And I'm like, hey, all I know is mine is really simple. Can I send you a quick video? And they're like, sure. And I just copy and paste to a networker. And it's so exciting. I mean, right now I'm working with 2 people right now that I can't even tell you. It's like my life is exciting right now. Okay. So as a result of teaching these principles and working mainly with the ones who are actively doing it, do you see that like 80% of your, well, actually, I would say 20% of you is consistently working with your leadership, 80% you're continually enrolling, okay? So that's what I would say. I would say that because you've got to constantly be replenishing new blood in your organization so that you're alive, right? And everything's moving. So, and you'll naturally rank advance yourself. If you're worried about yourself rank advancing, you need to stop worrying about yourself and start worrying about the people that you're working with and the people that are going to be enrolling. What are you doing for them? Okay? Because you're going to earn thousands if that's your perspective. Come from a place of service and you will be rewarded beyond your wildest dreams. Well, that was simply said. So that's what I want you to remember when it comes to rank advancing. All of these little bullet points. And I want to end with this quote because I think this is really great. When you get into something so detailed, such as like rank advancing, and I really tried to make it simple tonight. I hope that you saw that, okay? But I want you to know one thing, and that is that it doesn't matter what you've learned or what you've done in the past. All that matters is what you decide to do today and tomorrow and the next day. Okay, living in the present moment. Don't beat yourself up for not knowing something or for not becoming consultant in 48 hours or not paying that forward, that principle. Okay, just although no one can go back and make a brand new start, anyone can start from now and make a brand new ending. Okay, and I love that because every day in this business, that is what we do. When you wake up in the morning, 9 to 9 is people time, and you go to bed at night, okay? And let's say you're writing in your grateful journal, things like that. You've ended one day, a 24-hour period. When you arise in the morning, you're a brand new person, starting anew with new principles. So if this is brand new for you tonight, tomorrow is your new day, is your new beginning, okay? And you're going to create a new ending by deciding to wrap some of these into the way that you currently run your business. Go back, go watch this again. Go back and listen to some of those business building standards, okay? Codes of conduct, things like that. What you ought to be saying to your team to continue to keep them motivated. So I just want to end with that and let you know that I love you guys. I appreciate you. I respect you for being on this call as leaders. And I love staying connected with you. I think it's so great that we have this tool, like I said earlier. And I'm so grateful to Alex and for George Ruiz for putting this on. Leanne Jackson and Tracy Larson for teaching me and instilling these habits in me. And I learn to improve them all the time. I'm constantly improving these myself. And that's what all I ask of you guys, all of the many of you on here that I'm looking at. So I know that Alex had told you there's a place to ask questions. If you have any questions, this would be the time to ask them because I know we don't have too much time left. How are we doing, Alex?
Fantastic, Adrianne. This was a great, great, and very inspiring webinar. And I thank you for reminding us all how simple this business is and how rewarding it can be. And this quote is absolutely fantastic. I just got a message from Irene that she has this quote framed and it's in her office. And
Oh, I just got the chills. I love
I think
that. That's so great.
Yeah, so a reminder, anyone that wants to ask a question, please just enter it into the question box. And let's see here. Actually, it's uh, mostly comments thanking you, Adrianne, for a fantastic webinar. So
Okay.
if there are no more questions, then uh, just hold on. Let me just go in through here. Nope. Nothing much. So, but again, I do want to emphasize how simple this business really can be, and with the tools that we have and the bonuses and so on, there
Mhm.
is no doubt in my mind that if you seriously want to achieve something big with Isagenix, you can.
Oh yeah.
So, so
Oh yeah.
then
I'm grateful.
yeah, go
I
ahead.
just wanted to say that every single week, I mean, today's a Monday, and I love webinar day because I get paid every Monday. And I love it. I mean, I don't know. I honestly, sometimes it just, I mean, when you really get to like brass tacks, gratitude, there are moments where I'm like, I don't even want to fathom where I would be without my Isagenix income right now. I mean, I can't even imagine having to go to work, or, and things like that. This work is just not work to me. So that's what I want people to remember. Now, is somebody raising their hand? Is that what that is?
Yeah, actually,
Oh, okay.
Raul and Lucy have a question that
Oh,
maybe
okay.
you can answer here, and it's actually in one of your slides you had the ACMDE, and they want to know what
Mhm.
that refers to.
Okay. A is for associate, C is for consultant, M is for manager, D is for director, and E is for executive. And what has happened in the past couple months here is we have actually had access to that YouTube video by Lynn Hagedorn describing how you can rank advance in the company. And those are that's an acronym, that ACMDE, for those rank advancements.